what's up, guys? Welcome to My Frequency. I'm Michael Jarlow, and today we're going to get into some TikToks. So, without any further ado, let's go.
Is this real? You're gonna say no, it's not real. Look at this dude's foot. Lil Wayne is literally a goat. Now hold on, let's back up for a minute. Let's zoom really close into his feet. Yeah, that's really weird, right? The only way this is possible is if his feet are split down the middle like that. Otherwise, that would not work. I also referenced many other pictures of Lil Wayne in his shoes to see what size he wore, to see that's his normal size. So please tell me what's happening in Lil Wayne's shoe. Is he really the GOAT? Before you say AI or Photoshop, I gotcha. I did photo forensics to find out that no, these pictures were not altered from their original state. Not by CGI or Photoshop. It must be AI then, right? No, this is a legitimate picture of Lil Wayne and his feet. Yo, what is going on right now? Isn't Lil Wayne the first one who started talking about he's the GOAT? It's really not far-fetched considering the Bible addresses these half-goat, half-human things. And the satire shall dance there. Satire. And with the Hebrew we get sa'ir. A satire may refer to a demon-possessed goat like the swine. Hairy, masculine, noun. They're also addressed in a different portion of Isaiah with dragons, which by the bones of dinosaur bones we knew the dragons were real. Christopher Columbus said dragons were real. Ancient Russia says dragons are real. The Bible also calls them devils. Little hairy devils. And I'm really sure that Lil Wayne was the first person to come out to say that he was the GOAT. The hooves don't lie. He's only told you 100 times, I'm not a human being. How about the fact that Lil Wayne came out of nowhere and was a child at the house of Birdman who was somehow in charge of him? Maybe some kind of faunish industry puppet? Look, y'all need to stop. It's right freaking there, and I showed you it's real. Y'all, is this real? You're gonna say no.
Hold on. Okay, at first glance, I couldn't find anything on those shoes, but all I gotta say, man, it's like a sandal. Your big toe. It's not that hard to comprehend a sandal, a flip flop, the separation of a toe. Be different if he had webbed feet or something, and Lil Wayne got webbed feet, he ain't, or some shit. No, I ain't buying it.
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, maybe.
Tell me what y'all think.
Where are the images from Christopher Columbus? Where are the 1492 ships? And we talked about this in multiple other
You
videos.
almost said
Where are
shoes.
they? They have a picture of the Santa Maria, which I thought was really interesting. There's the ship that supposedly came over, right? What's interesting is if you look at all the emblems on the ship, but here's the part that doesn't make any sense, right? And this is why I like to connect the dots. You have this ship, right? But look at those high-rise buildings in the background. Those are pretty big. So people supposedly coming over on these ships were also building high-rises in the back of the city. This is a building in California, and it goes by each state. Look at that. Look at that architecture. Just remarkable, right? The amount of detail, the arches. Big Bang Theory must have included those buildings too. Yes, when they were doing Big Bang, they were talking about Big Bang of these things because they were getting rid of a lot of this stuff because there was so much beauty. Now here's what's interesting. This is Raisins, California building. And I'm going to turn this and try to get you guys so you can see this. But that is a pyramid. Where are the images from Christopher Columbus? Where are...
Well, we know that they don't like stuff to last. They want you to do home improvements. They want you to have to fix things. They're not gonna make great architecture for you. Vehicles, nothing. Clothes, nothing. Because If they make stuff that lasts, you're not going to go back and spend your money on other things.
Am I right or am I right or am I right? Right.
I mean, tell me what y'all think about it. My favorite guy.
NASA's flight simulators. Mission Control says,
the simulations seem as real as the mission.
let's talk to Mission Control's flight director and see if he knows what he's talking about.
Tell me a little bit about what we're looking here, about your office for the mission.
Well, this is just a set of displays that we'll use to monitor the performance of the vehicle, and there's a variety of, every subsystem has their own display. To be quite honest with you, this is just for information for the flight directors. We really relied on our disciplines. They're the specialists. I could see something, maybe change a color, and I could ask a question if I have but they're the specialists. But
Well, these are our displays. I don't really know what they are. My handler knows that. He's the expert. But if I see something change a color, I just let him know, and then he tells the person on the radio. So are the simulations as real as the real missions, or are the real missions as simulated as the simulations? Now, pay attention here.
What's your biggest concern, or what gives you the most anxiety maybe about Artemis 1 and you guys
Now he notices what he's talking about.
specifically with the mission? What is it that might...
glad you clarified that,
Glad he clarified.
because I would have said, preparing for this day was probably one of the biggest challenges that I've had.
Now, if you'll notice, he thinks he's talking about the interview here.
Or what gives you the most anxiety maybe?
He didn't actually notice that he was talking about the mission until he clarified.
About Artemis 1 and you guys specifically with the mission. What is it that might...
Glad you clarified that, because I would have said, preparing for this day was probably one of the biggest challenges that I've had.
Then he tells him, well, to be honest, I was mostly nervous about today, interviewing with you asking me questions, because I don't really know what I'm doing.
This is not what we do. We plan missions, we build a plan, then we train to it, and then we execute.
So they run these simulations over and over, and they say they can't really tell the difference between the simulations and the real missions.
Friday, a week from today, I'll do, we'll do like the 68th sim.
This is the flight director, and he doesn't know what's going on his displays.
Well, this is just a set of displays. To be quite honest with you, this is just for information for the flight directors. We really relied on our disciplines. They're the specialists. I could see something, maybe change a color, and I could ask a question if I have but they're the specialists. But this is just allowing us to kind of keep a high level view of what's going on with the vehicle. And then and as we go through the timeline, there's expected changes, so we'll be able to monitor the changes and make sure that the vehicle's doing exactly what we intended it to do. And if we
Sorry. I mean, the guy doesn't look like he went to Harvard or something. He doesn't. I mean, he looks like it, but he don't talk like it.
Hey, moron! Dude, look at me. I'm the one with waterboard, dude. I got a wooden spoon, dude.
Yeah, it looks real technologically advanced, but he can change a color or two if he wants. That green, it can be blue.
Came out blue! It's blue!
What a fucking lame. I mean, am I right? God dang. They just want us to buy it. Sorry. Let's move on.
Am I right or am I right or am I right? Right.
There is a controversy brewing in Traverse City, Michigan. The thin blue line flag was taken down from the police department. Well, stick with me because I'm going to tell you why. The thin blue line flag is a flag that has a blue line going through it. It's like the American flag, but it's a flag that supports law enforcement and shows support for law enforcement. Well, someone had put the flag up at the Traverse City police station, and they don't know who did it. They're investigating, but they say it does not go with their policy, so they took it down. It was a resident who complained, and after that complaint, they took the flag down. The person who complained had said that that flag, it does support law enforcement, but the person who complained said that it also supports, in this person's mind, right-wing extremism. Now, I'm not saying whether that's true or not. I'm just telling you what's happening. The flag was taken down, but now some people are mad that the flag was taken down. What do you think about this? The other side would be that the only flag that should be up there should be the American flag. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Send this out to your friends. There is a controversy.
And you're going to hate me for this.
I say take them both down. Let's strip this motherfucker down. Start over again. That's what I say. But you know, what do I know?
Everything. Everything.
I'm a Bone Thugs and Harmony fan, guys. No surrender. You know what I'm saying? And America's fall off the face of the fucking earth. It's not America that you thought it was, but they told you it was. It's going bad is what it's doing. Are you proud to be American? Please let me know. Because I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm not a part of this country. This country, I gave up on this shit a long time ago. And now it's out there in the open. Now y'all know. Fuck them.
I already knew that.
So you probably thought this was only something from the movies. Well, if that's what you thought, check out this interview.
I was chief of disguise.
What all did that entail?
The office I worked in was like the Q in James Bond. We were the Q for the CIA and the intelligence community. So there were different parts of it. Whatever you needed, if you needed a bug, if you needed secret writing or a microdot or a concealment device or whatever you needed, you had to come to us and we'll put something together for you. One that has to stand out. I went to the White House and I briefed George H.W. Bush, the president at the time, while I was wearing a full face mask. So we're sitting like this close together and I'm telling him that I'm going to show him the best disguise that we have. And he's looking for a bag, like, where is it? I said, well, I'm wearing it and I'm going to take it off. And I reached to start taking it off and he said, stop. And he got up and he walked and he looked and he looked at it. He didn't know it was a mask. He wasn't sure what I was wearing. He sat back down. He said, okay. So I took it off and I was holding it up in the air so he could see it. My whole head. It had hair and a face and a neck.
So you could walk around as someone else?
Absolutely.
And that would be the disguise?
Absolutely.
So it kind of makes you wonder when you see pictures like this or video like this. What do you guys think?
He's dead.
Seems like they always have to tell us, right? So you probably thought this was only something from the movies.
They do always have to tell us, but I don't think that lady was anything. I guess that could have been her in that picture, holding up a mask. But I believe she knows about as much about disguises as that dude knew about space.
Nothing.
Whatever was told to him. Follow the script. That's what I think. But with that said, guys, I'm out of here. That's enough for today. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment, or don't. I really don't care. And I'll see y'all next time.